Have you ever wondering if the time travelers exist in real life like we didn't know it exist? And if it exists, is there any consequences we will face? Not like in the end game, which is a multiverse thing? Well, I got a movie for you. Or should I say 3 movies. Animated series. But I'm gonna talk about movies of Back to the Future! One of my favorite trilogy of all time, along with Dark Knight trilogy, Spider-Man trilogy with Sam Raimi, and with Back to the Future trilogy, I like only 3 trilogies. 3 trilogies, yeah. Trilogy 3. Anyway, released in 1985, which is a was blockbuster when it came out. Even though I wasn't born in that year, in case you didn't know, I born in 1999, so yeah, I'm a 90s, late night, end of the 90s boy. But early 2000s kid. Anyway, when did I start watching this franchise? I first looked at the animated series, it was kind of a canon, I guess. It was a good series though. Christopher Lloyd was still in it as a live action Doc Brown. But anyway, let's talk into the movies, and I'll try to hold my best to not gonna spoil anything. Because if the modern audience didn't see this movie yet, then go see it. It's pretty entertaining. The movie starts with Michael G. Fox as Marty McFly, and Christopher Lloyd, like I said, is Doc Brown, which is the most amazing duo of all time. Those two chemistry are so amazing. Like one of the best friends you can ask for. Well, the plot basically about Doc Brown creates a time machine out of the DeLorean, and Marty's kind of say the same thing like I said. You built a time machine out of DeLorean? And Doc Brown keep explaining those scientific stuff, and something happened which is that caused Marty stuck in the past, and then he has to go find the Doc's 30 years past self, which is still the same. And then they trying to do Back to the Future, just like in the tagline said, title of the movie says. Even Doc Brown says that in the movie. And that was an interesting idea. Also, there's an iconic moment in the movie, my favorite part at least, which is Doc Brown keeps saying that 1.21 gigawatts! Great Scott! I got lost it. I don't know what it means until he explains it. It's like a powerful thing in the entire world, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, so don't worry. And the second movie, Back to the Future Part 2, it takes place in the future, which is where the hoverboards, which is skateboards without wheels, and color cars, and holographic stuff, holographic sharks, and not only that, Michael Jackson's holographic screen talks to you, and self-wearing shoes. That's intense. When did that happen? You want to know? 2015. Yeah, I know, right? Pretty disappointing. If they will make 2055, that will make sense, right? Maybe. But maybe we'll see in 2055 in real life. I don't know. Maybe if we can live like that long, maybe we can see it. Oh well. And it shows the consequences between time travel. If something happens in the future, something happens in the past, it can change the future in a bad way. So something like this. If somebody from the past, from the future, goes to his past self and explains something, and then that changes the whole timeline. So yeah, Endgame definitely messed that up, which is the multiverse thing. I'm not gonna mad about that, don't worry. Back to the Future 3, which is what some people says it's okay, but lots of people prefers the second movie most. But I prefer all of them. Even though Back to the Future 3 is one of my favorite finale of all time. Because it's a happy ending after all. It's a very heartwarming finale. It ends perfectly, like the way you wanted it. Like Dark Knight Rises. Every franchise needed to end like this. Even Toy Story 3. Like Toy Story 3 should be a finale. But Toy Story 4, milking it down. That's why that's what I call a messed up thing in the entire world. Well, like I said, this franchise is so amazing. Reason is golden characters, amazing storyline, amazing concept with time travel, and an amazing setup, amazing humor. If you haven't seen this trilogy yet, go make a marathon with your friends and family because that's kind of amazing. And there's a video game of Back to the Future, which is you can call a continuation after Part 3 because it's kind of a sequel. You can say longer version of Part 4, longer than Zack Snyder's Justice League. After all, it's a video game, five-part episodic by Telltale Games. Anyway, now I like to say is Back to the Future, long live. And also, Hollywood, don't reboot it. Like Wizard of Oz, you can't remake that. So it's Back to the Future. Even though I heard there might be a remake to this movie, but we can't let that happen. And you know what? I think I'm gonna find out if there is a remake of Back to the Future. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Wish me luck. I have bad news. I remember something. I don't have any driving license yet. Okay, I admit that's funny. I don't have a driving license yet, but oh well, maybe one day. Well, like I said, this franchise doesn't need a reboot. Like, never, or even a remake. So please, whoever is gonna do that, I'm gonna go back in time when I get the driving license. I'm gonna wish, or I'm gonna kill him before he was born. Inner peace. Inner peace. What the? Oh, Khan, thank God. I'm alive, by the way. You gotta come back with me. Illness Buster? There's no time for this. You gotta come back with me. Where? Back to the Future. Oh, right, about that. Wait a second. Okay, I'll wait. No, wait. He doesn't come out, ain't it? Stupid Illness Buster. You think I'm gonna fall for that? Oh, wait. News update. Let's see, here's a message from him. Khan, I'm come from the future 2 years later, and I'm afraid there will be a Back to the Future reboot with Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland.